Hi there, welcome to Arts Alive. I'm Claudia Herber, and today I'm here chatting with Michelle Myers. Michelle is a fabulous watercolor artist and teacher, and we get to chat today. So welcome, Michelle.
Thank you, Claudia. I'm quite excited to be here.
Good, good. Well, I did mention that you're an artist and a teacher, but let's start with the art part. How is it that you came to watercolor?
Oh, the oldest and most unique way, when my teachers said, watercolor is the hardest type of medium to work. I went, oh, then that's what I'm going to do. I consider it a challenge, and it's a challenge every time I pick up a brush and put it on a piece of paper.
Right, right. Well, did you start life as an artist?
No, not really. I started life, as a kid. And I did
good
go
place.
to art school a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I did get my associate degree with an emphasis on painting,
Right.
which I got before I turned 50. Thank you.
Nice, nice.
That was really exciting. So I did have a little bit of background in that respect, but the painting part of it teaches you, a lot of different mediums. So oil, acrylic, watercolor, of course, and
Right.
from there, I just picked watercolor because, again, it was a challenge, and people said it was too hard, and so I said, no, it's not. It's super simple. It's just paper.
Exactly, exactly. And with that, then you started helping all of us understand the simplicity of the art form. Because I've been in your company doing a little watercolor with you, and we're excited to talk a little bit today about the fact that you're going to be teaching at Currents Gallery, and it's going to be a 6-week series, which we absolutely love, because then I can sit with you for 6 weeks. You're going to
Gives you lots of information.
Yes, 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 yes. So tell us more. What would we expect to see in that 6-week time?
Well, a lot of it starts with the techniques of watercolor. So if you've never picked up a brush, guess what? You're going to learn how, because picking up a brush is the first thing. So techniques, and then moving forward with those techniques, I incorporate them in some of the paintings. And I usually work about 2 weeks on a painting. So we'll start 1 week, and it's going to be scary at first for those of you who've never painted, but I'll walk you through every little phase of that painting. And I brought along some of my work from different classes that we've done, and you can see that, they're just real simple.
Yes.
So this one is one that I recently taught over at one of the other art classes that I did.
Wait. Oh, let's put that back up, because that's so lovely. So it's so interesting to me how you got all that movement in the water, and we're talking about paint here. So, Michelle, there's nothing flat about it. The colors are vivid. I want to learn all of that.
Oh, good. The first part of watercolor is water. So, honestly, this particular painting started off with a background painting, just an undercoat of various different colors. And you can kind of see them through the water and some in the sky. And when you look at the ice caps on top of the mountains, they're not white, they're colorful. So that's what I do. I make that water do the movement and create it that way. So.
Right. And so what if I am not particularly skilled at drawing, but I really am interested in paint? How do you help someone like myself?
Well, luckily for you, I'll usually choose a painting that I'm going to be working on. And that painting, I'll have an outline drawing, I'll have a color picture, and then we progress from first through 100 steps to get through that painting. So the various techniques that you learn, also how to transfer a pattern, or other ways you can put that pattern on a piece of paper.
Right, I see. Wonderful. So really, it doesn't make too much difference what skill level you come in at. Like you said, I could be a total beginner, or I might be someone who's played with watercolor for a while.
Absolutely. And everybody learns from everybody else too.
Yes.
Because I don't know everything, and a lot of other people come up with great ideas. So I will teach techniques, and you'll learn something from others as well.
I love that you say that, because as a teacher myself, what I find is the benefits for me are much higher even than I can imagine the students getting, because they do. You learn so much from other people. And we're excited because we've got a little group of watercolor people here in McMinnville who are real excited to hang out with you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've met a few, and I just love it. I think everybody's wonderful here. McMinnville is a great town.
Perfect. Well, show us some more.
Oh, okay.
I love this pile.
Well, now, these are different classes that I've taught. Okay, so, I've taught since maybe about 6 or 7 years now. This one here I call Moonlight on the Spines. And some of the techniques that we learned in this was how to mask and masking fluid. We did the spines. We learned different ways to create a background. Some of the backgrounds were lighter and some were darker, but mine, I wanted that dynamic, and so we learned that.
Right. So, Michelle, the little white spiny things, now me, I'd think, well, I'd just take a white acrylic pen, but I bet that's not what you did.
No, I'm kind of a traditionalist. I don't use, with the exception of writing my name down, I don't use opaques or acrylics for my watercolors. I'm a true watercolorist. So, no gouache and extra stuff. But that is a way to do it.
Yeah, so you're saying you took one of those fluid masking and just drew those in and then worked all that away, and then you rubbed that off? That gets rubbed off?
Yeah, that's it. Then finished it up, and that was that.
Yeah.
So there's some tricks.
Yes.
There really are a lot of tricks that you can do.
Yes.
Let's see. This one, again, an underglaze. As you can see how fun this underglaze is.
Oh, yes.
Just adds that glow.
Yes.
And so what was I going for here? I was looking for this glow of this sunset, and into the water. So, and it's not photorealistic. I don't paint like a photo all the time. So that's why.
Yeah, well,
that's why you add those colors in there.
Right.
This is a little practice for a little chickadee I did, and our class did the chickadee, and I always do things at home to practice, so this was my practice piece.
There you go.
Let's see, we did a nice little river. I was sitting at a river one time, and there's my rocks, and I thought, well, how can I incorporate that into a really nice, lovely painting? And this is what I ended up with. I'm sort of liking it.
Well, what's fascinating to me is all of this detail in the rocks. So I look at that and think, oh, so neat the way you put all of that in. So I'm sort of thinking that could be shadow, or it could be splinters in the rocks.
Not sure. It could be a lot of things. The fun part is, and I have to tell people to step back when I do demonstrations, because I use my brush in unique ways. So I'll be doing lots of spattering.
Right.
This is a beginning of a painting. I thought it would be fun to show you a work in progress. And truth be told, this one we start off only 3 colors, red, yellow, and blue, which are the primary colors. And we drop them in and use a squirter bottle, and we use our mouth to blow, and we use a straw to blow, and you can see some of these funky shapes coming out here.
Yes.
It starts very, very abstract, and then slowly but surely we work into it, whatever we're putting in. In this case, it's sunflowers. So I know, fun. I've got some finished pieces too, but they're under glass. You can't see that on camera.
No, this is lovely, and I'm looking at the greens because green is such a it's difficult to get greens that really are not too muddy, but that are reflective of what you're really looking for. And you're using yellow and blue to make that green.
Yes.
And so then it just relates.
Well, there you go. And in this case, I don't want it to be too garish, but I wanted it to be bright. So I used a real light yellow and a phthalo blue, which is a very dynamic blue. But the way you keep it from getting a little overkill is a little bit of red that complement.
Uh-huh.
So you just work with those three complementary triadic colors. They're great.
Oh, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. And we have a couple more minutes, so tell us about the one that's on the easel.
Oh, this one was so much fun. Okay, again, I do a 6-week course, and if I have a fast class and we go through a lot, we might add another one at the end. And that's the product of this one. So I asked everyone, what do you want? And one wanted a butterfly, a handful wanted some mushrooms, and the other, some flowers. So I went online and free pictures that were allowable to use.
Yeah, there you go.
I used their pictures and I cut and paste and created this little lovely vignette of something that could be happening this summer.
Oh, I love it.
And it really was a fun project.
Yeah.
And give you lots of things to do while you're not in class. So.
Sure, sure. And it gives us all an idea of how you can combine all those objects and make it work for you.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well,
thank
you so much for coming and chatting with us today. And let's not forget about your class. I think, excuse me, I have a froggy. I think you have, I think we have a couple more spaces left.
Oh, wonderful.
So
okay.
if anybody is interested, it starts next Thursday, and it's 1 to 4 on Thursday. And we'll continue for 6 weeks on there.
Yes, and I look forward to it. I look forward to meeting new people as well as refreshing my old friends, too, that I've painted with. So
Exactly. It'll be great. Be great. Well, thanks for joining us today. It's been Arts Alive, and I'm Claudia Herber talking to Michelle Myers. Thanks for coming.